Hey everybody, Big Toad here, and welcome back to my studio. In this video, we have a big one. We are going to repaint that sky. It's not got enough punch to it. It's such a big painting, I just need to bring in some more drama. And doing that sky is going to do that for me. So let's go ahead and get started. Painting the sky in this video is a very fluid process, so I'm going to be running it in fast forward through the entire video. I will talk a little bit about color mixing and method and approach I'm using, but to slow it down really wouldn't add much value to it. You need to kind of see it happening as smooth and quickly as possible to get the feel for it. All right, so for the sky, the palette we're going to be using is ultramarine blue, cobalt blue, Naples yellow, titanium white, some alizarin crimson, and some cad yellow medium, and a little bit of ivory black. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm gonna have really dark sky on the left side, and as I move to the right, the sky is going to lighten up and open up and give us some a little bit of glow to it and a hint of maybe some blue skies down there. But that's going to do a couple things. One, and I'm taking time out here to put a couple extra shadows in the tree, but one, it's going to give me more drama in the sky. I mean, I like the sky. I like the way the sky looks already. The technique with the palette knife was really nice. And the two tones between the soft yellow and the baby blue was really nice. But this painting's so large, it needed something more. In this sky, the way it's going to look and how it's going to change and evolve as I go across the painting is going to emphasize the width of the landscape. It's going to emphasize how long that mountain is and how the weather on one end can be different than the other as a storm rolls in. So I want to capture that here. Part of what I'm doing is I'm starting to lighten up, maybe add in a little more cobalt blues into my mixes. You see that white there I put in. I actually took titanium white right off my palette and with just a little tip on the end of my brush, and then impastoed it right in there, where I went right in with the white and kind of spread it with the paintbrush as I went along to give that effect there. Now I just started bringing in, you'll see, maybe you can tell, a little bit of alizarin crimson to kind of create a slightly more purplish hue, which I put in a few spots in the dark sky on the left and along the edge of the mountain. And I'm going to use that a little bit here and there. Don't want too much alizarin crimson, but just to give it some purplish hues that make the sky a little more tumultuous and a little more dramatic. And there I'm coming in with some white and just letting it get messed up on my brush, allowing the brush and the paint to do the work, not trying to overthink this at all, but create a randomness. And what I'm doing is I'm mixing paints on my palette and to a lighter, but not a lot, never a lot. Then I remix and then I mix, and then I remix a little bit. I remix a little bit, and that keeps my painting, that keeps my sky ever changing slightly. Instead of making big piles of the paint, I'm making a little pile in a slightly different color that I need at the moment, and I'm using that. Then I go back and mix another pile, and so I get this effect where it's just this marbly sky coming across there. It looks very stormy. It gives the illusion of the front's coming in and pushing the heavy clouds in behind, and then the wispy white clouds up front. But it's an ever evolving scene, and I really like the way the sky turns out. I really like the way the sky turns out. See, I got a little lighter, maybe hints of green in there by putting in a little, maybe too much cad yellow at the wrong time, but that's okay because it looked good. And then I remixed and brought in some more blues and got a little blue in there. Then I remixed again. Here I'm trying to take advantage of the white snow and putting some wispy clouds coming up off of off the top of the mountain or right behind it to kind of give it some three-dimensional look and maybe lose edges a little bit. You'll have to excuse the back of my head. What I'm trying to do is give you a really good sense for how the progress went. I try to remember to keep my head out of the way, but I'm not very good at it, so I apologize. But as you can tell, I'm getting lighter as we go across the painting and continually mixing new paints. Again, I think that's what really, in this case, helped me create a more dynamic sky. Don't mix a lot of paint at once, and that gives you an ever-changing, fluid sky. That just, I mean, I think it looks good. I can't hardly say it enough. Really happy with it. I am still bringing in little bits of purple, which I created for the sky using alizarin crimson, and I put it in some ultramarine blue, and I also made another purplish hue with alizarin crimson and the cobalt blue. And I do have those sitting there, small little bits. I don't need a lot of that while I continue to mix new colors for the sky. And what's good is, I'm not trying to match a color. I'm just trying to create a new color, a new fresh color for the sky. I'm going into a really kind of a light spot here where I'm going to bring in some more the Naples yellow to kind of lighten up the sky as it moves into this section. And just again, it gives me variety across this whole painting. And you do see spots where I have a nice blue in there that's kind of poking through here and there. Again, it just breaks up the monotony of a sky with one tone or two tones to it, or values. So I really did not do a lot of rework on the sky at all as I did it. Now, as I would mix up a color, I would look across my sky and I'd say, oh, I could use a little bit of that here or there and maybe go back and touch up some areas. But not really because it didn't look good, but just because I wanted to create a synergy across my sky. So when you're doing something like this, don't overwork it, but don't be afraid to go back and add something to it. Now I'm going to go with a little nicer blue, a little more skyish blue on this end of the painting, as if we're getting, this is the front of the storm that's moving across the mountain. And so we still have a little bit more blue sky showing up on that right side. So that panoramic view of the mountain just takes me from the tumultuous, angry, dramatic sky on the left side, and as we move across, we see that we're at the front of the storm, and the sky begins to calm as we move further right, as if the storm's going to push away that calmness. So it gives movement, it gives vitality, and it just really, I think, just makes this painting pop. And it also gives me opportunities to start incorporating some more shadows across the mountain and across the mid-ground, because this sky it's more moody, and it gives me the ability to add more moodiness in shadows around the painting. So thanks for watching. Thanks for taking me all the way to the end here. I appreciate it very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And for now, this is the Big Toad, and I am out.